Today we're picking up on part 2 of our Medicine Gone Wrong series because honestly, we could talk about this subject for hours. From powdered mummy pills to whale carcass therapy, get ready to be thankful for modern healthcare. Hey friends, welcome back to Encyclopedia Ange, where if you have all the questions, you're in good company. So let's get to it. Treatment number 1, urine therapy. All right, let's talk about a cure that has stood the test of time for all the wrong reasons. Urine therapy. Yes, human pee, your own liquid waste. Some people throughout history, and even today, believe it's a miracle medicine. It started way back in ancient India with scrolls recommending drinking your own urine for detox, healing wounds, boosting energy, and even extending life. The Romans used it as a mouthwash. In fact, it was so common, Emperor Nero taxed urine because it was used in so many things, including teeth whitening. And it's not just ancient history. Some modern alternative medicine circles still promote urine therapy. You'll find folks today who rub it on their face for acne, drink it for cancer, or even put it in their eyes for vision problems. But here's what science says. Urine is about 95% water, and the rest is urea, salts, ammonia, and waste your body intentionally filtered out. It's not sterile once it leaves your body, it's not magic, and it's definitely not medicine. If you're looking for healing, maybe try actual hydration with, water. Also, fun fact, and this was legitimate news to me, drinking urine in survival situations, bad idea. It just dehydrates you faster. Treatment number 2, corpse medicine. This one gets a little morbid. For centuries, Europeans believed that the best medicine came not from herbs or from minerals, but from human remains. They imported mummies, ground them into a fine powder, and sold them as a kind of exotic cure-all. The most prestigious medicine was called King's Drops, favored by King Charles II, made from crushed skulls that have been soaked in alcohol. The logic? Sympathetic magic. Like cures like. If a part of the body was sick, you treated it with the same part from a corpse. Got epilepsy? Take some powdered brain. Migraines? Try skull dust. Besides being incredibly unsanitary, corpse medicine often contained lead, arsenic, mold, bacteria, and just a dash of plague risk. Treatment number 3, well hotels. Back in the early 1900s, a small town in Australia offered a unique treatment for people suffering from rheumatism, a chronic and painful joint condition. The cure? Climb inside the rotting corpse of a whale and just hang out for hours. The idea of whale hotels began when a drunk man fell headfirst into a whale carcass one day, and when he came to a couple hours later, he claimed his rheumatism was healed. So patients would enter through a slit cut into the whale's side, then lie down directly on the steaming blubber, baking in the whale's insides for up to 30 hours. If you've never smelled a whale carcass, you are in luck. Our family came upon a dead whale once on the beach while we were on vacation, and I can tell you that the smell will hit you from hundreds to thousands of feet away, and it just hits you right in the gag reflex. But people were willingly spending up to 30 hours inside a fermenting ocean beast. The treatment gained local fame, and people came from miles around to give it a try. They'd bring lunch, blankets, and even play cards inside the whale like it was a weekend getaway. But did it work? The short answer is no. There's zero scientific evidence that marinating in whale guts reduces inflammation. Treatment number 4, hot iron enemas. Let's talk about one of history's most fiery treatments. Got stomach pain? Constipation? A little bloating? Well, medieval doctors had the perfect solution. A hot iron enema. That's right. They would heat up a metal rod or tube, often to glowing red, and insert it into the rectum to stimulate the bowels and purge illness. Apparently, scalding your insides like a medieval creme brulee was their version of a cleanse. The belief behind all of this? Heat would evaporate bad humors, open up blockages, and restore the natural flow of body fluids. Also, the sheer agony probably made patients forget whatever else was wrong with them. People often suffered permanent damage, infections, or, no surprise here, death. So the next time your doctor tells you to eat more fiber and go for a walk, take them, because at least they're not chasing you with a red hot poker. Treatment number 5, meth for moms. All right, let's rewind to the 1950s. The American suburbs are booming, TV dinners are now the new hot thing, and your average housewife is expected to be a maid, a chef, a nurse, a chauffeur, a therapist, and a bombshell. all before dinner. But what happens when all that pressure leads to exhaustion, depression, or weight gain? Well, the answer wasn't therapy or rest. It was prescription methamphetamine. Yes, meth was once sold legally as diet pills, energy boosters, or mood stabilizers, and doctors were handing them out like candy. You could walk into your local pharmacy and walk out with a bottle of legal meth to help you power through laundry, child rearing, and your husband's complete inability to find anything in the fridge. What started as a miracle pill quickly became a national addiction crisis. By the late 1950s, reports of paranoia, hallucinations, insomnia, and psychotic breakdowns were just pouring in. Mothers who once breezed through chores were now chain smoking at 3 a.m., vacuuming the ceiling, and crying into Jell-O molds. And the withdrawals? Brutal. Some women reported crushing depression, rage, suicidal thoughts, and total physical exhaustion after coming off these pills. And yet, meth kept being marketed as safe, effective, and doctor recommended. Eventually, regulations cracked down in the 70s and meth was made illegal. So the next time you wonder how your grandma got all that housework done with perfect lipstick and zero sleep, now you know. Make sure and stay tuned for the first video in the series of Medicine Gone Wrong, linked at the end of this video. Curiosity never quits, and neither do I. See you next time.